Well, good morning, sunshines. I don't know what happened in the last few hours, but I got 6 emails this morning, and they were from 6 different people asking basically the same question. So I thought maybe I'd give it an answer. Once, as opposed to 6 times. I've been watching the same videos as everybody else, so I know there's a lot of scale talk. There's some people battling their issues with the scale, and we all have our issues in different areas. And so the question that I got, though, was, when do I weigh in, or how often am I weighing in? Because I generally always know when I'm up or down whenever I post. And that is because, and I have mentioned before, I am a daily weigher. I actually don't have any issues with the scale. I made a conscious decision to be a daily weigher. And so I'll just tell you a little bit about how that's gone for me. I've weighed every day for the last year. I think the longest I've ever gone is 3 days without weighing. And it doesn't make me cry or send me into a fit or anything like that. I just have a certain schedule, routine, ritual, whatever, that I like to abide by. Oh, I guess I'll just share that so you can know how whacked out I am. So I weigh in the morning, and I get up in the morning, and we retain fluid and things get swollen and stuff. So I get up and I walk around and I drink a little bit of water. So I won't weigh before I've done that. And I won't weigh until I've gone to the bathroom. So sometime in that hour that happens. And I won't weigh with any clothes on, so I always weigh naked. If it's a morning where I have to get up and rush and go and I can't go through my little ritual to weigh, I just won't for the day. It's no big deal, but I only want to weigh that time. And I never have the compunction, the desire to weigh at any other point during the day. I see my scale 20 or 30 times a day. It never screams at me. I don't have any issues with it. When I finally had my day in the surgeon's office, and they do your weight and they take your pick that day when they give you your appointment, they do all that stuff. When I saw the numbers, it was horrifying. It was an awful experience. A year later, it's still very traumatizing. That's why I haven't posted my numbers. It's why I've been quiet about it. I'm still going to do that on Thursday. I told myself I would do it at the 1 year mark. It's a part of purging, just like purging the clothes and everything else. But it was an awful moment. And the several moments after that were terrible. And I never, ever again want to experience a moment like that. The awful reality of where I was and what I had done was overwhelming. And it's taken me a year to process that and work on that. I'm 181 pounds away from it, and I still am flipped out by it. It's just one of those things. So for me to weigh every day is just my way of checking in on this aspect of my life and reassuring myself that I am still in control, that I am still paying attention, that I haven't let things slide, and that I'm doing what I need to be doing, because I spent too long not paying any attention. And I have no obsessive issues with the scale or anything like that. I also have no issues with the numbers, because really it's not so much about the numbers. I like to lose just as much as the next person, but I have a little different perspective on the numbers. One of the other things that I got out of being a daily weigher is I'm very much in tune with me, with my body, with how I know when I'm in the lose cycle. I know by looking at a plate of food whether I can eat it. I know whether I'm in a plateau, I'm in a holding pattern. I know if I'm gaining because it's that time of the month, or if I'm gaining because that's just what the body does. So it's because what's happened is in 12 months, I have I've watched it so carefully, you know, seeing it every day and paying attention, that I understand how my body works on a biological and a physiological level, not just from watching it, but because once I keyed into that there was some kind of pattern happening, I actually went out and read up on the physiology of the body and the biology and the mechanics and everything. I read texts that college students are loath to put their hands on, so that I have some understanding of what's going on. So here's what I I know. I know that we gain, and I know that it is not a reflection of failure or self-sabotage or mind fuck or anything else. The body is going to gain, even when you're doing everything right, even when you haven't screwed off, you're going to. I have not had 1 month in the last 12 months where I have not gained weight at least 2 times during the month. And it's more often than that. When I'm in a holding, I'm up and down. I always gain during that time of the month. And inevitably, I'm up and down 3 and 4 pounds. What I have found, though, is that it always comes off, and it always takes a few more with it. I'm a year out. So what I'm looking at is in 1 year, losing 181 pounds as of this morning. 181 pounds. And I'm telling you that in the last 12 months, I have gained every single month. My attitude about it is a lot different than a lot of people's. Like I said, I'm pretty flip about this whole thing, but I understand some basic truths, and I only accept those, and that's it. I don't let the bad voices, I don't let any of the self-sabotaging. I understand the truth, and that's it. And so for all of that, I'm telling you that when you're up and down, you're still okay. You're still okay. And it doesn't mean that you've failed or that you haven't given it 150% or any of that. It just means that that's what's happening right this minute. Now, obviously, you know if you've been in the closet eating ho-hos, okay? And I'm not talking to you. So I'm talking as a general rule. All of us who are on this, when you're doing everything, when you're exercising and you're eating right and everything, you step on that scale and the bitch tells you you're up 2. Smile anyway, because it's just there to collect 2 more, and it's going to be right back on its way out the door. You just got to stay consistent. You just got to keep going. You just got to keep moving forward. And see, now the band, that's where the band saved me, because that would be, I learned that because the band kept me from deciding that I had failed and sabotaging myself. So after that happened a couple of times, I had to figure out what was going on so that I could accept it, so I could learn the truth about what was happening. So now when I gain, I don't have that automatic failure response. I don't have that automatic, oh, well, I may as well go eat the entire house response. I don't have that. Now I just kind of smile and get on with it, because I just know that that's just the way it's going to be. And I just want to encourage you guys to know that too, and not be so hard on yourself when you have a gain, because I've gained every single month. I've also lost every single month. So, I also did not give up my pre-surgery clothes for 10 months. I also did not look in a mirror for the first 6 or 7 months after surgery. The only real validation that I had that the surgery was working, that anything was happening, was my every morning getting on that scale and watching the numbers drop. Because I wasn't at a place where I could deal with the clothes and really looking at myself. So that was my one little step every day that helped me get to the place where I got out of the thinking that, oh, the band's not going to work for me, or whatever. And it got me through until I could get to that point where I could deal with those bigger issues like the clothes and the reflection and things of that nature. So I've experienced good things with my scale. I don't have a contentious relationship with her. So anyway, I hope that answered your question. If you have anything else, of course, I'm happy to share that with you. That's been my experience for the last 12 months. that's the reality. My short update for today is that I am down 181 pounds as of today. The 22nd is my 1-year anniversary, and that will probably be the next time I update my lap band issues. I'm working on getting that video together. So anyway, it is Saturday morning, and it is time for me to get off my ass and get busy with the moving. So I hope you guys are all enjoying a beautiful weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.